Good afternoon, everyone. It's lunchtime, and I've got Genshin. So, two things. One, I apologize that I'm a little late. I had an old work friend stop by to drop me off some clay. I'm actually really happy about that. But also, yeah, I didn't stream on Friday, so just a quick rundown. Thursday, my husband came home, and he was fine. Excuse me. And he was doing all right, and then suddenly, like, he started to not feel good, and it lasted for most of the evening, and he was fine the next day. Come Friday, I start not feeling well, so we must have caught like a little something. Not really sure what, but I'm doing all right now. There's insomnia aside, I'm okay. So let's dive into Genshin. And going off of the title of the stream, is the alt account in trouble? Kind of. It feels. So even with all the work I had put into like my main, the stuff in Natland feels way more difficult. And that this is going from just being world level 8 on both accounts. I did not up my world level on my main. Not yet anyway, because I am trying to spruce it up with for the past 2 months. For those who don't know, I've been trying to spruce up my main account. The first month, which was in July, I did nothing but ley lines. I did XP and Mora for 2 weeks straight for each of those. And then the final days of the month, I alternated between the two and split them up to get resources to get characters to level 90. Just the characters going to level 90 does make the difference. So, faux pas number one on the alt. We have 3 level 90 characters out of 12, including the Traveler. I want to say we can check. So let's go to our character list here. So we have our 3 level 90s, and then we have 81 for Ether because he's special. Um, and then the rest of our level 80s here, minus Diona, are excuse me, are ascended but not leveled, and this was because in Tighnari. Tighnari was another one of those. So Tighnari, Beto, and Diona. Diona, again, we're not really worrying about her because we stopped using her for the time being. And she keeps making that noise. And it's noticeable, but they have that final ascension stat, so it's okay to a degree. Characters that scale off of HP and a support like Kazuha. Kazuha could really use more EM, honestly. You know, I made sure to get them to 90. Mika should go to 90 because he does scale off of HP. Now, Mika did get an upgrade. He's now on 4-piece Noblesse. Stuff isn't terrific. Like, you can see this, it only has attack substat, which he doesn't really need much. I think he really wants more ER, if I'm being honest. And it's one of the reasons I left his Sands alone, because his Sands actually had a good chunk of ER already, instead of trying to get an ER Sands. Will I still want an ER Sands at some point on Noblesse? Yes, because of Bennett. But here's the thing. I could also use an off-piece, like an off-piece Sands, and let Bennett use the Goblet. So he's just going to share stuff with Mika, and we will build Bennett at some point. Same with Dea. This is the other issue that kind of arises a lot for me in Genshin, and maybe that's just the state of like not playing from the start or near the beginning of the game. Because at the beginning of the game, you only have that small pool of characters, right? You can still go out and farm ley lines left and right to make sure that you do have Mora and XP books to level those characters and ascend those characters. So, in a way, I think it's a great time to start playing the game because it has so much quality of life now that it does make it slightly easier. But the sheer volume of characters, and this is just all that I have currently. Look how many are only that are leveled beyond level 20. It ain't many because of the amount of stuff it takes. So I'm at a little bit of a loss. Like I said, Tighnari is okay because we get Oh, I did want to check this. For right now, his build might be better suited for attack percent, and I don't have a 5-star attack percent. And I most certainly don't have onset dendro. In fact, I think I only have like the 1 to 2 dendro pieces. Yep. Yeah, so Tighnari's build is going to have to stay the way it is for right now. Again, I have a 4-star version. I don't want the 4-star. I would rather have uh the boosted 5-star damage or percentage, whatever you want to call it. But Tighnari has the possibility of just getting upgraded every week um, from our weekly bosses. So I'm not too worried about him. But DPS is a problem. Eula does fine damage, but she is physical. And physical is just that. She doesn't really react to anything outside of shatter. And whereas I try to do something like superconduct, shatter, um, and things of the like, it doesn't really feel like she's doing a lot. Plus, when you fight mecha, you know you're getting the resistance, the physical resistance. So it's a little murky, I feel. It's a little bit murky. Zhangling does need some help too. Her pieces are okay. Like her ER Sands, it went into all defense. So that sucks. Like, just plain and simple, it just sucks because it did that. This one's not too bad. It went into attack, ER, and crit. All things she wants. This here pretty much went into ER and crit. Perfect. The crit rate went on, pretty much went into mostly crit damage, so perfectly fine. You can see where it did go flat defense, and I think it went into HP once. But a crit rate headpiece offset, fine. That can get replaced easily. Oh no, that's onset. That's unbelievable. That's onset. Her offset was this, and that's a damn good piece. This is one. This is physical. Okay, and that's actually a fine looking piece. Real no complaints there because she wants the ER. So what could I do for Zhangling? Outside of getting pieces that will average out her or balance out her crit ratio, she at the very least now has over 100 crit damage, just under 50 crit rate. So she's not doing terrible, but it could be better. The catch would actually be better. But we do have the problem with the catch. This is starting to get better. It's been a while. We have now 800 of these, over 300 of these, so that's really good. I would have to level the weapon from level 1. And not only do I have that to consider, we have Dea with a weapon that needs to be leveled from level 1. And that would pretty much be with any Claymore outside of the Rancor, if I'm being honest. We do have Beto's weapon that needs to be ascended, which I have used on Dea before. That's what she was using on my main for a while. So we could do something like that. So if I'm not using Beto, she could flip stuff with that. That's fine. I have no qualms with doing that. Oh, do I really only have the 1 sack? My maid has had like 3 R5s at this point. But, we have something like that. We do have a Favonius. Gaming, right? Yeah. We have a Favonius. I don't really see us needing the Favonius, but it's an option as long as she has the crit rate to proc it for whatever team composition. And the reason Dea is getting more considered is because of Mualani. We are still trying for Mualani because we need more DPS. Her gameplay is finicky. I'm going to say that. It's not the best, but I am willing to give it a try for this account because I don't have very many solid DPSs. It's kind of that point, like if I wasn't pulling for Mualani, I might not have picked Dea, if I'm being honest, because Dea is a support. Hands down, she's a support. With her constellations, you can DPS with her, but you're not going to get those numbers with C0. Even C1, you're not going to get those numbers. I honestly, if I wasn't pulling for Mualani, and if by chance I don't get her, Dea, cool, I got Dea. But I honestly would have probably pulled Kacheng because she is a solid DPS. She more is highlighted with Dendro, so you do have the issue of like this account right now. What do I have for Dendro? We have Traveler. So Dendro Traveler would come into play. We have Tainari. Tainari, I think, could go off field, and we got Baiju. So I could at the moment, if I had Kaching, run Baiju, Dendro Traveler, Fischl, and Kaching, which is similar to the team I run on my main, except for I have Nahida, which we'll get Nahida eventually. So it's just a matter of figuring out what I need to do. I know artifacts are a big problem because we have Kazuha rocking 2 4 stars here. So he's not getting the full potential out of his substats right now. But it's along the lines of these should both be EM. I'm okay with the Animo Goblet because sometimes EM goblets are not on set ever. I don't think I actually have one even on my main that's a on set. That might not be a 4 star. Let's rephrase that. But the headpiece is a crit rate one. He doesn't necessarily need it. His ratio is so bad he doesn't need that. He just needs the EM. So I'm gonna actually do my wishes right now, actually. I don't know why I stopped doing that there. Da, 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 da. They reset. Woo! Say goodbye to my dust. So yeah, we are gonna do the wishes now, and we're going to see what we can get. If we do get Mualani, awesome. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll shift focus and get a new DPS team going. The issue with the DPS team, I'd still want to try like the new Valette setup. I don't think it's really going to work for her at all. But Mualani is going to need everything. She's going to need a weapon. She's going to need artifacts and levels, of course. So she's going to need her bosses and whatnot. But she also needs proper support. And it seems like she really wants to be in Vape. And Vape might just be the easiest thing that she can do. Especially on fields like Bennett's and Dea's. And those are the 2 biggest support units that she's going to need to interrupt resistance, healing. The attack buff doesn't really do anything for Mualani. She scales off of HP. So, but the attack buff can work for other characters. Simple as that. Who would take the last slot in her team? I'm not really sure for the characters I have. So that's going to be something to play with. I kind of want to see what happens if I put Kaya in as a sub DPS because he's already leveled. So I am kind of curious on that. So first, why don't we have 7. Oh shit. We have 7 standard pulls. So let's do our standard pulls first. Can't believe we got an early 5-star and it was Chi-Chi. Okay, so we'll definitely get a 4-star out of this. Nothing. Oh, there's our 4-star. Spooky. Why do I even try? Oh, back to back. Back to back her. An Amber Con. Okay. I don't even have C1 Amber on my main. No, no third, no hat trick. Oop. I'm hitting the wrong buttons to skip stuff. Nope. So I have perception and an Amber constellation. Interesting. Alright, we should have a temple right here. Let's double check our pity. I want to say we're at like 55, something like that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Yep. So this will put us at like 65 at the temple. No early. No early. Ugh. Okay, if you're gonna give me one of the forcers on the banner, give me Kachina and give me Bennett. Do not give me her. She's useless. Alright, so that's 65, 66. I'll take a sacrifice. 67. 68. Nope. Alright. Again, I'm trying not to touch the glitter. Because we do have plenty of stuff we can do right now for Primos, and we got, what, 14 days left on this? Yeah. Yeah, we have 15 days left on the banner, so we're totally fine to get her. I just really wanted to try for her weapon, too. But, you know, it is what it is. So now, let's think about this, right? Objectively. We know we need artifacts. So yesterday, I was actually doing... Well, let's actually activate this first. What is your C1? Fires 2 arrows per aimed shot. The second arrow deals 20% of the first arrow's damage. Okay. It's for C2 that you want? Yep. Yeah, C2 Amber becomes a little bit better because you can explode the Baron Bunny. Wow, C1 Amber. You want to know what's weird? Like I said, I don't have C1 Amber on my main. I don't even think I have a Lisa Con on my main. I have C1 Lisa, C1 Amber, and C3 Kaya on this account. And C1 U. Yay. So yeah, I was actually building Golden Troop. Was the last domain I was doing. And that is because Farina is still rocking that 4-star. And I think she's got an HP gauntlet or she has Hydro? She has Hydro. Okay. My main has the HP because it was better substat. So she just needs a slightly better headpiece. Being a 5-star. And then we got Fischl. So Fischl, who also uses Golden Troop. We either need an onset crit rate, which this crit rate is pretty good because it had mostly crit damage in it. We need an onset Electro Goblet, which I had. Oh, no, I didn't. She was using offset. That's right. She was using offset and then a different headpiece. But we did need her crit ratio up, which still isn't terrific, but at the very least, she's over 50% crit rate. So, I mean, just barely. So, not terrible. Her ER is actually doing okay, so she can get Oz up. And then there was Dea. That's not Dea. There she is. And as you can see, she's only missing a headpiece, which, same thing, she would want crit rate, crit damage. So for her stuff, it's not terrible. Like, that feather is actually damn good. That's not bad at all. This, I'm actually kind of curious on how it'll roll. She has a decent pyro. She doesn't really need ER because I'm not too concerned about her burst. She's just really going to go for her skill, which is kind of why I want the sack sword. But we're going to keep her with the other claymore right now. So yeah, we'll figure out what we can do. But that's 3 characters that need this. And I do want to prep Dea. But on the same token, we have 3 characters that want Emblem too. And I believe Xingqiu actually. Where's Xingqiu? Xingqiu. Okay, he only has the 1 4-star. I thought he was rocking 2. But his stuff isn't even leveled, like all the way. So he needs an ER Sans. I still love that flower. That flower is so good. Ignore the defense part of it, though. And he's using an attack headpiece. So, yeah, he needs the crit rate, crit damage as well. But because we are primarily using Farina, I think it's best that we do up her. Oh, fun. Okay. That's right, I condensed my resin yesterday. Ah, I forgot. I don't know why I did that. I'm not going to be able to click stuff.
Exactly, but none of them.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to do our artifact route. So I did let that reset like I do every weekend while I do errands. We'll do this. We'll go spend our resin. And then we'll probably continue on with the Archon quest. I actually want to get through a chunk of it, at least to the point, the spot we're at right now, because we're going to the People of the Springs, I believe is where I left off. And I want to make sure that I don't accidentally run into the, what is it called? The Reputation, the tribal quests. Because it's just disruptive. Because it just starts when you're near the thing and not you actually physically talking to someone. But we do want to get that, the tribal quest done before the banner ends. Because that'll allow us to get us Ascension stuff for Mualani. And I believe it can take her up to level 60. I believe. Oh, these are back. Alright.
Ignorant and foe.
Nice and spicy.
One with nature. A bitter pill to swallow.
Out the frying pan, into the...
see, certain enemies like that, this account can, this team specifically, can just absolutely spank it without bursts. Obviously, that would have died a lot faster had I done my burst. But I have noticed the weaknesses in the account since actually setting foot into NatLab. And it's not that I'm, again, not that I'm not proud of how far the account has come. I've put a lot of, effort into it. Even with the knowledge that I have now, versus my main. I can recognize when I need to change something. And at this point, it literally is I need more on-field DPS. Because, like, with this team right here, it's very quick swappy. It's all reaction. Which I like. I like seeing all the numbers and making them go poof. But I need a good source of, like, consistent damage, too, while we wait for cooldowns or something like that, just because of either ER timing or just... It just doesn't pan out the way I want it to. It's like noticing that, like, Diona's shield and healing were falling off and recognizing that someone like Mika was going to be a better fit for Eula. We still got the cryo resonance, we got a bigger burst heal, and he can up the attack speed. Which, for a Claymore user, it's really needed. And it's noticeable on even Razor. Like, I was doing stuff with Razor for mining purposes. Okay, they are all back. Or rather, some of them are. I only did that, like, 2 days ago. Oh, wait. I will grab those after... I just realized after I do, the artifact run.
Into the wind.
I didn't do the login for the anniversary event.
One with nature. Time to go.
How dare you? It's fine. I'm burning. So yeah, we'll give the artifact room and then I'll grab the, I believe it's wishes today? If it's not, then it's, the artifact XP? Now. I'll come back.
Into the wind.
All right.
Strike a pose!
A bitter pill to swallow.
You're toast!
The wind knows me.
See, it's like that spot right there. Like, you can tell when Xiangling's burst goes, things just die. No. I actually haven't taken a look of how many books I have, now that I think about it. I most definitely have enough for Mulan, don't get me wrong. I most definitely have enough to at least get her to potentially 70, if not 80. And we're gonna get more, obviously, with the Archon quests and stuff, but... it's just that those couple little resources that, you know, once you felt good about them, you kind of stopped gathering them. And that's one of the biggest mistakes I made even on my main. Except for it wasn't a I felt I was good and just ignored it. It was a I completely didn't use my resin while I was doing the Archon quest, because that's what I logged into the game to do, was Archon quest. So I was like, okay, doing the story, da 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 da, and didn't even pay attention to that I was capped on resin. So when I did finally get condensed resin, I was condensing it. So every other day I would do something, but it definitely showed that I didn't do the ley lines. And then when I hit AR 45, it's like, all right, buckle down, doing artifacts, yeah. Which is, you know, the perfect opportunity to do it. And I'm more impressed at the alt for the way I handled that, because again, that was just using knowledge that I had now. Which was to use sets like the Instructor and Berserker, even Exile, the big three there, right? Having 4-star versions at max level. This actually allowed me to be able to farm. Did they still take a long ass time to do stuff? Abso-heckin-lutely. If you guys remember, it took me like a solid 3 minutes or more to do the Pale Flame domain.
Time to go.
Because Eula was our primary DPS. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to exchange for Noblesse so we can actually get stuff on Baiju. I'm going to exchange for Blizzard Strayer for Kaya, because that domain just sucks balls. No. And whereas I'm still in favor of, you know, you're going to go into a domain and you're going to go farm it, right? Because that's what you do. If it's not in the artifact exchanger, because it's like, yeah, you can just exchange your artifacts in the exchanger, with a 3-to-1 ratio. Yeah, that really sucks, but you can do that, and it's still progress on more than one character. But at the same time, when you are only missing that one piece, one piece, um, you kind of just want to keep exchanging for it, you know?
Into the wind.
Nope. That was all. You didn't need to do nothing.
The doctor will see you now.
Oh, they're up here. I was like, that felt like they didn't drop enough. But, and like I said, doing the stuff I had been doing on my main, seeing where I could potentially even just tweak it a little. And I can't stress enough like how much of a change it was, because, you know, you even the amount of stuff I had researched, whether it be, you know, just flipping through like Reddit and stuff like that, or listening to other streamers, other content creators who know more of the mathing of the game than I do. Me and math, we don't see eye to eye. The math is always right and I'm wrong, but we don't see eye to eye. But it was, you know, Nuvolet's best free to play option, or especially if you don't have his signature, was the prototype Amber. And I have an R5 prototype Amber on my main, level 90. And his damage was consistent. I mean, like, his normal charge attacks were doing, like, I'll say 11k, something like that. But that was pretty much it. His crit ratio was, with Marches, excuse me, I want to say it was like 70 over like anywhere between 160 and 180 crit damage. And that's where he was lacking. And that was just because my artifacts for him just rolled like crap. And even if I went back into farm Marches, I wasn't getting anything useful. I was either getting Golden Troop or I was getting stuff with just so many flat substats, it wasn't worth rolling. Or you get things that had like ER in hopes of getting some kind of crit damage, and you would see it. It could get crit rate, which all well and good, but it's the Marte set. You don't need it.
Let me amuse myself.
One with nature.
Or at least not that much.
Over here.
Ooh, artifact. Nice, my glider to come out. So my question was, would putting a crit damage weapon on him make a difference? Like a noticeable difference? And the only option I had, was XP. Tomorrow is the wishes. Okay. So I'll have at least 2 more for tomorrow. Right, okay. We don't have much in the way of that XP. And we don't have... I'm not going to do the event either, because again, it's one of those things I ran into. I know I'm going off a side tangent. On the main, I was trying to do the event before the Archon quest, and I got locked out of it because they were sharing the area and the NPC. So I was like, alright, we'll have to do one first. Alright, so... It's going to take a pretty minute. That's right. That's the wrong domain. That's talents. I don't want talents. I wanted artifacts. All right, we'll spend our condense, and then we'll condense the rest, and then we'll continue on with the Archon quest. But what I was saying about Nouvellette is that I was curious to see if that crit damage was going to be enough. And even not level 90ing that weapon, because that's when I ran out of crystals. It was only up to 88. My account... Okay, we gotta let it stabilize. Hang on. My account was actually able to 36-star one of the harder Spiral Abyss. With just that change.
Let the world collide!
Seems like an emergency.
Oh my god.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
The doctor will see you now.
The wind knows me.
Strike a pose! Time to shine! At the frying pan, it's the fire!
Remember, health comes first. Into the wind.
Just over a minute. I'm okay with it just taking over a minute with the setup we have right now. Okay. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. We're off to an excellent start.
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in...
Oh my god, change to Zhangwang!
Nice and spicy!
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. Taking a turn for the better. Minor effects.
Let the world come alive! Booba, get them!
Oh.
One with nature. A bitter pill to swallow.
Let my name echo in song!
Seems like an emergency. This is nothing. The wind knows me.
Get him, Farina.
Strike a pose!
Minute even.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, it could have been worse. I could have jumped off the cliff, but... Okay. I'm not going to lock that one. The one day I has is better.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive!
Mind the side effects.
Eat this! Nice and spicy!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better.
Shower me with praise! Hey-ya! Time to shine!
Mind the side effect. Clouds high. The birds call.
This.
At the frying pan, it's the fire!
The wind knows me.
The doctor will see you now.
Wrong side. Man, that's terrific.
comes first.
You're toast! Nice and spicy!
Into the wind.
Oh, good God, my frames.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine! Eat this!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Taking a turn for the better.
The doctor will see you
Hey, under a minute. Nope. Merges again. We'll take that. That's not terrific. Again, like, crit rate is fine, but you don't really necessarily need it on the Marges. Not a lot of it, anyway.
Let the world come alive!
Mind the side effects.
Oh, good
Remember,
God, why are
health
you
comes
not
first.
changing characters?
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Stop that! Let my name echo in song!
A bitter pill to swallow. The wind knows me.
You're toast! Booba, get them!
Into the wind.
Yikes. Alright, that's the last condensed. Okay. Okay, not terrific. Could technically be good okay on Farina, but I think Farina actually has one with ER on it. And HP. Yep. Yep. Okay, do we have enough to actually just do that? No. Okay. So let's see what happens when I condense it. As we can see, I have not done a heck of a lot of exploring. And that's just because, like, every time you take a step foot in that land, there's a freaking quest somewhere that's just like, here's story. And I'm like, no, I don't want the story. Why are you forcing story on me right now, game? Okay, let's see. Let's see what it does. Oh, okay. So we can just do boop, boop.
Add Astra at...
Well, I forgot to claim it, so. 1 hour, yep. Because I did that kind of late-ish. There we go.
Add Astra... Thank you for complete...
Alright. Let's bring back our team.
There'll be an extra
And we know what we're going after. Of course, more Golden Troop. That's, again, like I said, the crit rate's fine. If it rolls crit damage, it's fine. Yeah, whatever. Are you? They all have freaking crit rate. Okay, that one I want to look at for Farina. Talk. HP, defense, talk. I just need one more. That's fine. No, I want to keep that for like for like an off piece if necessary. So yeah, we'll just toss that one in there. That's fine. Of course, the two most common pieces. No. Farina might get an upgrade. All depending. Not the piece I needed upgraded, but still. Farina. Let's just see. Okay, so she needs this one? No, it's this one. So this has to roll crit rate, and then anything. Let's see. What will it get? Well then. ER, okay. HP. Crit rate. These are getting very low rolls, unfortunately, too. And yes, I did just see all my potions go in there. Let's see. Flat defense. We don't need too terribly many 4-stars, so it rolled into everything. It rolled into everything once. That's actually kind of funny. So she loses. Oh no, she would gain more crit damage. She would actually lose hit points, but gain ER. Her ER is fine. And her crit rate is 40? It's 40% right now? She's actually okay. You know what? I think I actually want to put that on official, potentially. Let's see. What's officials? Official. Official actually has a better one for crit rate, crit damage. So I do think that we can try that on Farina just to see. That hit point hit might actually be noticeable. But that's not a bad flower. It is tempting to put that on Dea. But Dea would lose attack. Although I think right now attack's not the best for her. Alright, I'm not gonna knock that piece. That piece is actually decent.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry
That's not
of my home.
bad. Alright, let's do a little bit of the Archon quest, shall we? Oh, Kari Bear. We want this one.
this blade.
Keep hitting cancel. I don't know why. At least get through this portion of the Archon quest, and then we'll be able to do. I think we'll be able to do the tribal quest without any interruption. Oh,
Time to go.
At the frying pan, into the fire.
you can't fuse with the little
Minor
ones.
side effect. One with nature. Shang!
Ah,
Well, what do you mean your team is weak, Luce? Those are like killing churls. They don't count. There are just some mobs out here that are very tanky. And I notice them on my main too. Like, don't get me wrong, I do notice them on my main. Where? Okay, I know what I have to do. Hello.
which way?
Do you give me something? Okay, I'll say the second option. Do you give me something? All that, and I didn't get squat. Okay, that's that spot. Oh, over here. Let's go over this way. Touch it with my toe. Boop.
Ah, we're finally here. So this is your home, Mualani. Paimon can't wait to have a look around.
See? What did I tell you? A dip in the hot springs after a battle is just the best.
I never noticed the bird the last time I saw this cutscene. That's so cute. Sitting on top of the Cappy's head.
Fetch me a bottle of wine, would you, dear?
Just one? Let's get another. It's still early in the day, isn't it?
That's called a drinking problem.
Want to go to Golden Dusk later?
Now this is a vacation. Absolutely amazing.
Wow, it's so lively around here. Is there some kind of holiday going on?
We try to treat every day like a holiday around here. We believe every day is worth celebrating. Now, let me show you around. Where to start? Shochikwi Cattle Records, Kalumchi Plaza. Oh, there's so many options, but I recommend starting with the real highlight around here.
The real highlight. What's that?
The hot springs, of course. Natural hot springs have tons of health benefits. Go for a nice long soak and you're guaranteed a good night's sleep.
Wait, you want us to bathe? Here?
Oh, don't be shy. Come on, I'll take you to get changed.
Mualani!
Huh? Oh, Auntie Atea!
Please, I've told you that just Atea is fine. Do I look that old to you? Were you taking these two to the hot springs?
That's right. Oh, let me introduce you. This is the Traveler, and the small one next to him is Paimon. They only just arrived in Natlan, so I'm taking them around to experience our customs.
Hi there!
Hello.
I'm Mualani's neighbor, Atea. By the way, Mualani, I heard you lost to Kachina during the pilgrimage. Is that true?
Yeah, I was this close to winning. Oh, definitely not the result I wanted, but still not too surprising. Kachina's always been strong.
I find it funny that she's like, it's not the result that she wanted, but she actually really did want Kachina to win. I have no doubt that she went all out. Like, we saw the cutscene, like, right? She went all out versus Kachina. So it's not that it was just handed to her, but yeah, she wanted Kachina to have that win. So I find it kind of weird the phrasing of it's like, it's definitely not the outcome I wanted. No, it is the outcome you wanted.
Anyway, it's all in the past. I'm gonna take these two for a dip in the hot springs. Talk to you later. Oh, wait. You'll need swimsuits first. I'm sure I can find you something lying around the shop. I'll go look.
Hold it right there, young lady. Have you forgotten the rule about bathing in the hot springs?
Rule? Oh, wait, you mean...
There's a rule about bathing in the hot springs?
That's right. Outlanders have to complete a trial at an artificial hot spring before they're allowed access to the natural ones.
Trial? Do we have to fight something?
It's not nearly as scary as it sounds. Basically, natural hot springs have higher temperatures that not everyone can withstand. A few travelers have gotten scalded by the water in the past, so now we have an unwritten rule. All Outlanders need to adapt to the lower temperature artificial springs first. But seriously, Auntie Atea, do we have to be so strict? These two are formidable adventurers. I know they can handle it.
Famous last words. The hot springs are not to be underestimated. You can never be too careful. Besides, the environment's been unstable lately. It could be a sign that the abyss is about to attack.
Well, that sounds dangerous. You know, Paimon's really not all that formidable, so careful is good.
Exactly. There will be no excessive risk-taking on my watch. Mualani, take them to the artificial spring first.
Okay.
That's more like it. And don't try anything funny. I'm heading to the artificial spring in a bit, and if I don't see you there, your days of cupping free meals at my place are done.
Relax. Oh, by the way, Atea, how have you been feeling lately?
Much better. How else would I have the energy to keep an eye on all you rascals? Hey, you over there! How many times have I told you no roughhousing near the hot springs?
Oh, shoot! That weird lady's back again!
Run! Stop right there! You need a stern talking to!
She sure has a lot of energy.
She an old friend of yours? You seem really close.
She's a legend in our tribe. Everyone knows her. Back before I inherited my ancient name, she was one of Natland's most renowned warriors, famous for her love of hot springs. In fact, she often threw parties at the hot springs. She referred to anyone who came to these parties as her hot spring buddies. The attendees were all respected warriors like Liliuo, Kaiulani, Vichama, oh, and the Archon.
If Paimon lived here, she would take advantage of the hot springs too.
It's just... during battle, she was impaled in the abdomen by an abyssal monster. The doctors managed to save her life, but they made it clear that she could never bathe in the hot springs again. Abyssal power still exists within her body. Immersing herself in hot water would accelerate the corrosion of her internal organs and the progression of her illness.
Oh, no wonder she has so many scars. Paimon had no idea she was so seriously injured.
That's normal. She never talks about her injury. She's worked tirelessly over the years to dig up artificial springs so that more and more people can experience our tribe's natural wonders, even though she can't enjoy them herself. I really respect her for that. Anyway, let's head to the artificial springs. If Auntie Atea gets there before us, we're gonna be in some real hot water.
Oh, I see. That's a great idea. I like
I told you that she would agree. Well, let's get moving then. We can't let a word of this slip to anyone else.
Hey, Amina, Hikaru, you seem particularly cheerful today. What's the occasion?
Oh, Mulani! You're back. Who are these two?
This is the Traveler and Paimon, two very important guests. I wanted to take them to the natural hot spring, but Auntie Atea caught us, so we had to come here first.
Oh, what a coincidence! We were just talking about her.
We think Auntie Atea's illness has taken a turn for the better.
Really? How can you tell?
Okay, so while you've been busy with the pilgrimage, we noticed that she's been visiting the hot springs alone at night. Yeah, specifically the hot springs in the cave to the north of our settlement. I'm sure you know the one. Apparently, she used to go there a lot before they became abandoned for some reason. She could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot springs every night. I mean, it's pretty obvious what that means, right?
Yeah, so we got to thinking, what if we renovated the abandoned spring behind her back, then threw her a huge surprise party? Chief Amina thinks it's a great idea too. So, you want in?
Of course! How could you even think of pulling this off without me? I'm a little busy right now, though. I'll come find you once we're done at the hot springs.
Of course! Take your time. You should focus on our guests for now. These artificial springs are pretty new, but the experience is just as good as the natural ones, if you ask me. We really worked hard on them, so I hope you enjoy. And you two, I know you want to focus on Atea's surprise, but don't forget your patrol duties in the meantime. The Abyss could attack at any moment, so we need to stay vigilant.
You got it, Chief. We'll keep an eye out. You can count on us.
All right, we're off then. See you at the abandoned spring, Mulani.
I'm also gonna head out. Have fun!
Okay, bye.
Finally, it's hot spring time! Oh, I already arranged swimwear for you guys, by the way. Come on, I'll show you to the changing room.
When did you do that? You were with us this entire time. See, now they're dangling stuff in front of us. Ether is wearing a completely different outfit. Lumine's was really cute too, actually. It was like a little bikini type thing. Very, very cute. Ether with his hair tied back like that. Really cute. I do want to hide because I do want the screenshots of this. Oh wait, am I getting the wrong? Oh, there we go. Okay, now I can do that. Screenshot.
So, what do you think? Can you feel the warmth relax every muscle in your body?
Yeah, it's so nice. The steam is warm too.
The first time I came to the hot springs, there was no calming effect whatsoever. I was such a little ball of energy, the moment my parents looked away, I ran off to the high temperature pools. It was actually funny looking back on it. They were absolutely frantic, looking for me all over, until finally they saw my head slowly poke out from under the water.
Gotta take them screenshots.
I was too young to remember the whole ordeal, but my parents told me all about it. A natural-born swimmer, my mother called me. Just like her, I taught myself how to dive underwater the first time I ever went swimming. So feel free to go for a swim. I'll be right here if you need rescuing.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Auntie Atea, you really came to check on us?
There we go. That should be the last one. But see, I would run around in the bathing suit and stuff like that on Ether and Lumine. Just give us new outfits. Heck, let us change Paimon's outfit. Look how cute she is.
Of course. And I'm glad you listened. I brought you all some milk and snacks as well. I'll just leave them here. The temperature in the artificial springs isn't too high, so I went with Saurus crackers and grain fruit chips. See how you like them.
Oh, thank you! These are great!
Well, I did make them myself.
Oh wait, I think that's a different one. Hang on, hang on.
Very few young people know how to truly appreciate hot springs, so listen carefully. The temperature of the hot spring not only determines the type of snacks you should choose, but also the amount of time you should spend in the water. To bathe in a hot spring is to completely empty your mind. As such, swimming around the pool is incredibly disruptive and impolite, and something you should absolutely not learn from Mualani.
Speaking of, I don't know why Mualani changed outfits. She wears a swimsuit normally. But this bathing suit is actually really cute.
Hey!
Right, looks like you were able to swim up to the temperature, no problem. You should be able to switch to the natural spriggan.
The natural spriggan?
Well, I've got to get going. Oh, and make sure you drink your milk. I'm looking at you, Mualani. I still remember how you used to pour it into the water when you were little. That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not.
Okay.
Paimon didn't think you were the type to do something like that.
I remember thinking I'd totally get away with it too. But turns out milk is pretty easy to spot when you pour it into clear water. Not my best work. Some people get dizzy if they stay in here too long. You guys all right?
Paimon's fine, just a bit stuffed.
I felt fine too.
Looks like you two are naturals. Oh, by the way, I have to leave you on your own for a little while this afternoon. I'm gonna help the others fix up that abandoned spring. I certainly don't trust their aesthetic tastes. Who knows what will become of the place if I leave them unattended. In exchange, though, I can recommend a couple of shops that are worth a visit.
We'll help too. As long as we're not in the way.
Huh?
Atea has been really kind to us.
Yeah, she brought us snacks and taught us about the hot springs. We want to do our part too. Friends are supposed to help each other out. We'd feel bad otherwise.
Well then, the more the merrier. All right, we should get going. Let's organize the best hot spring gathering Natland's ever seen.
Yeah.
The doctor will see you now.
Mualani! Wait, you brought our guests too?
We're here to help.
But you're important guests. We can't put you to work.
We want to do our part. We don't have anything else to do at the moment.
All right. Stop trying to out-polite each other, would you? The sooner we get this party started, the sooner we get to enjoy the real party. Now, where to start? Looks like the water outlet is blocked pretty bad. We'll need to dig under it. Ooh, those boxes in the corner need to be thrown out as well. Oh, they're moldy as all get out. Also, someone needs to go out and get some cloth, wood, and decorations. Oh, and snacks too. I say we get enough for 20 or 30 people. Bulk purchases fetch the best prices after all. Oh, but don't just accept the first offer they give you.
I'm not good at haggling. Why don't you go?
Hey, I'm not any better, and I wouldn't even know what to buy. How about we handle things here while you three deal with the shopping?
Yeah, that works too. I can introduce you to all the shops while we're at it. All right, let's meet back here later.
Alright, but you should know I'm not good at haggling either. I only managed like 9K after dealing with child.
Hey there, Yellowfast. Hope business has been going well.
Well, if it isn't Mualani, back from the pilgrimage?
That's right. Didn't make the cut this year, though.
Well, it wouldn't be a competition if everyone got to win. So, what'll it be today?
Here, it's all on the list. Quite a sizable order, as you can see. So, can we expect a discount?
Wow, that is a large order. What's it all for? A party?
That's right. Keep this between us for now, but we're throwing a hot spring party for Auntie Atea.
Wait, you're saying she can go in the hot springs again? That's great news! How about this? You can have the decorations on the house, and I'll give you 20% off the cloth and wood.
Come on, I know you can sweeten the deal. That pile of wood's been sitting there since I left for the pilgrimage. At this rate, you need to get rid of it or it's gonna go moldy.
All right. Such a handful. Just give me a moment while I pack all this up for you.
Wow, that was amazing, Mualani!
So how much are you actually paying?
All in a day's work. By the way, Yellowbath, are these 2 stones for sale?
Interested? They won't come cheap.
I'm not planning to haggle this time, I promise. Package them separately, would you?
Are those also decorations?
Nope. Kachina likes shiny little trinkets, so whenever I come across something like that, I always buy it for her. I'll hold on to them for now. It'll be a nice little surprise for her when she returns victorious from battle. I'm sure she'll like it.
All right, that should be everything. If you could just double check, make sure nothing's missing.
Let me see. Huh? What's this crate of juice doing here?
That's on the house. 7 years ago, when the Abyss attacked our tribe, Atea saved my brother's life. She never asked for anything in return, but I could never forget what she did for my family that day. So, send her my regards, would you? And have fun!
Oh, we will. It's gonna be a party to remember. Thanks a lot, Yellowfath. Well, that's our shopping done. Let's head back. We're back. How's everything going? Wow, this place cleaned up nice. You got the water unblocked too. Good work.
I would hope so. We spent all day clearing out debris from the bottom of the spring. Did you guys get everything?
Oh, we brought back tons of stuff! We set it down near the cave entrance.
All right, then, roll up your sleeves, everyone, and let's get back to work.
Actually, why don't you two take a break? I'll handle it from here. Traveler, mind lending me a hand?
Just say the word. How can I help?
So, I was brainstorming on the way over, and I'm thinking we could draw something on the wall over here, and the snacks and drinks can go over there. So, what do you think? Not bad, right?
It looks amazing! Paimon had no idea you were such a great designer!
Well, I'm usually the one in charge of the family store, so I'm pretty good at things like renovation and organization. Not to mention, this was totally a group effort. Still, I didn't expect it to take quite this long. Guess it's too late to invite Auntie Atea over, huh?
Yeah, tonight's definitely not gonna work. Chief Amina set up those patrols to guard against the Abyss, and Atea volunteered. So she's on watch tonight.
I see. Well, guess the surprise will have to wait until tomorrow. This could actually be a good thing. She can relieve all the exhaustion of keeping watch all night by soaking in the hot spring. Ha! She's gonna love it. Well, let's call it a day then. Traveler, Paimon, you must be tired too. Come on, I'll take you to the inn.
It should just be over here. Is there a chest up here? I mean, it's possible I've already got that. Nope, there it is.
Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
Just keeping an eye out for treasure boxes. Give me my thing. I might never use it, but I want it. Thank you. Berry mint burst. Doesn't that sound good?
All right, this is it. Get a good night's sleep, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, good night! Paimon's exhausted. We really went all over the place today, didn't we? Anyway, we need to be well rested for the party tomorrow, so let's head inside.
To arms, everyone! To arms!
Why now?
Huh? What's with all the noise?
So on my main, I don't think I had my headphones in, so I didn't quite get the snore sound from Paimon.
Traveler, Paimon, wake up!
Mualani? What's going on? Where did all these monsters come from?
It's the Abyss. Our patrols are trying to drive them back as we speak. Come with me. I'll take you somewhere safe.
Mualani, a little help over here. We can't hold them back much longer.
One moment. I'll be right there.
We'll come too. Let's show those creatures what we're made of.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
You know,
Hang in
formidable
there.
Avengers.
We're here to help.
Show her new trick! Eat this! Oh, have they been contaminated by the Abyss?
No, they are the Abyss. Destroy them.
Oh my god, I cannot see.
A bitter pill to swallow. Into the wind. Thank you.
Go help the others.
I almost died.
One with nature. Mind the side effect.
Chill out!
We've cleared out most of the monsters over here. Thanks for your help. It would have taken me ages on my own. Looks like we're still in for a long night, though. We still have no idea where these creatures are coming from. Let's go ask Amina. She'll have a better handle on the situation.
It's up on the side. Okay.
Off we go. Amina!
Oh, it's you three. Thank you for helping clear out those monsters. We were prepared for an attack, but we didn't have enough people to prevent them from breaking through our defenses. No casualties so far, though.
Where'd they come from this time?
The east side. We've pinpointed the position of an abyssal pylon, but we don't have enough manpower to take it down. An abyssal pylon? What's that?
A kind of gate created by the Abyss. One that allows monsters from the Night Kingdom to enter the physical world. The only way to end the attack is to destroy the pylon as soon as possible. Otherwise, the endless hordes of monsters will exhaust our defenses.
Exactly. That's what I'm most concerned about. Their numbers suggest there might even be multiple pylons in the area. We're searching for them as we speak.
All right, we'll go seal off the one to the east. Traveler, Paimon, can I count on your help again?
Of course! We can't just sit back and do nothing! On behalf of the people of the Springs, you have my thanks. We're counting on you.
Let's go. There's no time to lose. Take care, Amina.
How? Oh, that's right. That's right. This is a special area.
Need a surfboard?
Mualani, is that the pylon?
That's it, all right. Come on. Let's get rid of this thing.
Okay, can we like?
A bitter pill to swallow.
Strike a pose! Let the world collide!
Seems like an emergency.
You're toast!
The wind knows me.
Let's ride! Surf's up! Ha! Ho! Go! Whew! That should do it!
I don't see any more monsters, so looks like we're in the clear.
Do these attacks happen a lot? Must be hard on your tribe.
Yeah, it makes things hard sometimes, but that's how our ancestors have always lived. Besides, the Abyss doesn't care how difficult our lives are. Fighting back is the only option. Come on, we should head back. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there something over there?
So many monsters.
You're right. Mualani, look! They're coming from that direction! Wait, that area looks kind of familiar.
That's the location of the abandoned spring.
What? How unlucky can we get? We just finished the renovations. We probably don't have any reinforcements over there, so it's up to us. Let's move.
Huh? Seems like the monsters are decreasing in number.
Come on, everyone, keep it up!
The Dactyls.
One with nature.
Carving waves.
Ateya, what are you doing here? Where's the pylon?
Where do you think? If I'm here, means that thing is long gone. I was in a hurry, so it's not my best work. You should check if all the important stuff is still here.
Stop talking for now. That wound looks bad. The abyssal power is corroding your body.
Is this the right area? Hello? Anyone there? Milani and Ateya, what's going on? We were told the second pylon was over here.
Ateya took care of it, but she's injured. Quick, someone get a doctor.
Baishu's right here.
All right, stop fussing. Don't you think I know my own limits? The main thing is they didn't destroy anything. This is a beautiful hot spring, by the way. I can tell how much work you put into it.
Wait, no. This was meant to be a surprise.
For me, right? I know.
Ateya!
You think I couldn't tell you were avoiding me on purpose? Not one of you stopped to say hello today. It couldn't be more obvious that you were hiding something. And you, Mualani, were you the one that brought the snacks? How many times have I told you, you have to choose them based on the temperature of the water?
Oh, forget about that. The doctor's almost here, and you're gonna get all better. Then we can have a meal together, and I'll help you make whatever you want, okay? You just have to hold on.
Lonnie said Altea Altea. Altea had been injured by the abyss before. Maybe that's why the corrosion is so fast this time. At this rate, she's not going to make it until help arrives. Maybe there's something I can do.
The impurities and the elemental energy we embody repel each other.
What? The crystal has been purified? When?
The anguish he feels has brought him to tears. I also came across a teardrop crystal. Can you purify it?
That's right. Back then,
Atea! Atea!
Let me try something.
Wait, what do you mean? What is this? Some sort of purification? The abyssal power, it's being cleansed away.
How can that be? I never knew that was even possible.
Atea! The mark of the abyss. It's gone. Yes, thanks to the Traveler. By the way, Traveler, are you all right? I just saw you purify abyssal power from Atea's body. That didn't injure you in any way, did it?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're sure?
Of course. See?
Good. Good.
Thank goodness. You scared us all half to death just now.
All right, everyone, head back and get some rest. We'll meet here tomorrow. We'll celebrate Atea's recovery and our triumph over the abyss. And most importantly, we'll show the Traveler and Paimon how grateful we are for their aid. Let's make it an occasion to remember. Dismissed!
Got it!
Got any other secret powers I should know about? But seriously, you really came through for us tonight, so thank you.
Paimon almost forgot you had that ability. You used it back in Mondstadt to cleanse Dvalin's tears, didn't you? That was some quick thinking, Traveler. Huh? You look like something's bothering you. What's wrong?
I didn't want to spoil the mood earlier, but when I was purifying the abyssal power within Atea, I could sense something. Remnants of the power existed within her body for years, coordinating it from its I can't read. Coordinating it from the inside. Corroding it, coordinating it. It was a coordinated strike. That's exactly what it was. I did my best to cleanse that power just now, but it's already deeply ingrained within her internal organs, leaving her as fragile as a dried leaf in the wind.
Abyssal power still exists within her body. Immersing herself in hot water would accelerate the corrosion of her internal organs and the progression of her illness.
We think Auntie Atea's illness has taken a turn for the better.
She could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot springs every night. I mean, it's pretty obvious what that means, right?
I don't think she was going to the hot springs because she was recovering, but because she realized her condition has taken a decisive turn for the worst. I'm just not sure if I should tell Milani.
Hello? Traveler? Maybe you can zone out some other time because Paimon can barely keep her eyes open. Let's head back for now.
You could have gone back this whole time, Paimon. You don't need the Traveler with you.
Time to go.
I'll take that, Mora.
interested in hanging out with the other kids? Snacks not to your taste? Hot spring temperature too high? None of the above, huh? I heard you were the one who cleansed the abyssal power yesterday. You sensed it, didn't you? I was hoping to keep it a secret for a few more days. Didn't want to ruin the celebrations and all. But looks like it was no use.
Hey, kid! Who, me?
Yes, you. Come on. Let's go for a walk.
Hey, where are you going? Did something happen?
Just going to get some air. It's too noisy in here. You have fun. We'll be right back. Oh, and there are extra snacks in that box over there that need replenishing. Baked them all fresh this morning.
All right, sounds great.
Mualani,
Yeah?
you've gotten so tall. You know that. Feels like just yesterday you were that rambunctious kid causing trouble all around the hot springs. It's like all that time passed in the blink of an eye. Tell me, how are your parents?
They're away on business. Seriously, Atea, what's going on? You're acting strange. Traveler, did something happen? Both of you seem a little off today.
I guess I should explain. I wasn't visiting the hot springs because I was getting better. And that pylon yesterday, I didn't go face it by myself because I was reckless or too anxious to wait for reinforcements. It's because my body isn't going to last much longer. Your friend saved my life in that cave, and because of that, I got to enjoy this celebration with you all. But I'm just a few days shy of the end. The hot springs, I'm just trying to enjoy them for as long as I have left.
Oh.
Mualani?
That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not. That's what you said back at the artificial spring. I had a bad feeling then, but I didn't want it to be true. I wanted to believe you were actually recovering.
You want to know something? Recovery, death, to me, the two aren't all that different. Both are worth celebrating. You've never been resurrected, so you might not understand. But Death and I, we're old pals by now. There's nothing sad about being reunited with an old friend. I lived with regret for a long time. Regret that my illness meant I could no longer take to the front lines, especially as our nation slid deeper into crisis. But yesterday, I was finally able to let go of that regret. Not only because I found the strength to fight the abyss, even at the end of my life, but because I got to see you in action, Mualani. Seeing you out there, it made me realize that I don't need to worry about our tribe or our nation's future. You have the capacity to bring us all together. Even if I was never injured, old age would still take me one day. But I've done what I needed to do. The future is in your hands now. Just remember, whether in life or death, I am always with you.
I understand. Seems like you've given this a lot of thought, Atea. Thank you for telling me all this. I'll do everything in my power to protect our tribe, our nation, and live up to the example you set for me.
Good. Oh, and if any of you have the chance to meet with the Archon, could you give this to her for me?
What is it?
A talisman I've carried with me my whole life. It may seem strange to say while I'm still alive, but just think of it as a relic I'm leaving for her. It's brought me good fortune in battle. Even after I became too sick to fight, I never took it off. Just tell her it embodies fond memories and my strength of will. She'll know what I'm trying to say.
Don't worry. We'll make sure she gets it.
All right. That's all I wanted to say. Let's head back to the party. No use spending what little time I have left being sad.
Traveler, Atea, Mualani! If you don't hurry up, there won't be any snacks left!
Is that because you're going to eat them all, Paimon?
Excuse me, what did I say about bathing in the hot springs on a full stomach? Hey, are you listening to me? Life is a journey in which there's no turning back. So forge ahead and don't hold back.
Yay! Oh! That was... yeah. Well, that probably means we get a wish. We do! Yay! What are you? Oh, it's probably the Imaginarium Theater. Oh, okay. Alright. We will do our lapse of time for 2 days later, and then we'll do our wishes, and I think I'm going to end stream since I'm having connectivity issues. But it's almost time for our normal end stream. But we'll see what we'll get, and then we'll continue on with the Archon quest tomorrow, as well as probably farming more Golden Troop, depending if we get Mualani or not. If we get Mualani, we'll shift focus to her and potentially her crew. Oh, we gotta get the achievement over here. Gotta get them 10 primos. Alright, are we gonna get that from Paimon? Actually, you know what? Let's start this. Let's actually get rid of the cutscenes from here. So I can wander freely.
Feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The Abyss kind of threw a wrench in our relaxation, though. Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholasaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Their bellies are super bouncy. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just this morning, actually.
What was she up to?
Yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs, so not much has changed since we first met her.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is so nice.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolutely delicious right off the grill.
Hey, Mualani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina fell in battle. But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the Rite of Resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time. Mistakes are bound to happen.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
All right, thanks for letting me know. We'll head out in a bit. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news for a moment.
I mean, granted, you can get resurrected, fine. It's still bad that she died.
Mualani, you said the Abyss was cunning just now, but it seems like the Abyss just wants to destroy everything. Like, think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team? Not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger, it's just...
Relax, I get it. The Abyss is difficult to understand, that's for sure. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. The Abyss isn't a living entity after all, so what capacity for logic or planning could it possibly possess? But through our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things aren't quite so simple. 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Tevat. You know about that, right?
During the age of Conria?
That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. But so did every other nation in Tevat. And Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground. Unrelenting black winds tore across the lands of the Flower Feather clan. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe.
So the Abyss understood the foundation of each tribe?
Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct, but its methods are, in truth, marked by intelligence. We now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memories of this land at any given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows you inside and out.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Archons we've had over the years. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought them off.
In other nations, I've seen how much effort it takes to truly eradicate the Abyss. The people of Natlan live in its shadow every day. Who knows how long it will take for this war to end?
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, every sacrifice is in pursuit of a future where we get to stop fighting. Responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. Everyone in Natlan views the war differently, but I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for the ages. To think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know?
You can do it.
We have to. Not only for ourselves, but for our future. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until Kachina's back with us. The sea's not going anywhere.
That's what you think. Ow. That's my wrist. Alright. Now we can freely move around the people of the springs. Definitely need to make my way this way just so we can fill out the rest of the map. Alright. Got 2 wishes. I believe this will put us at 70, because I think we were at 68. Nope. Nope. Couldn't end it on the high now, could ya? But I'll just double check. Oh, right, I gotta do my refinement for the sack sword, too. Good thing I looked. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68. So yeah, we're at 70 pity now. So we are going into soft pity territory. And I can't, like I said, I don't want to, but if I have to, I will use the glitter. So before he starts yapping or playing his little leaf. Let's bring up the menu. We want Xingqiu's. R3. Excellent. But that'll do it for me today. Like I said, we'll continue the Archon quest probably tomorrow. We'll also do start doing the tribal quest so we can get those pieces for Mualani. And hopefully we'll get her fairly soon. Fairly soon. Like I said, we have at least 5 wishes right there, or 4 wishes, excuse me, in the glitter, should I actually need them. We'll get at least 1 more wish through the Archon quest, I believe. So that puts us at 71, and then obviously the primos will add up. So we'll see how much we can get. But we will get her. We will get her. I'm just really hoping I can actually get her early enough to try for her weapon. But if not, that's fine too. We can just throw the Witsith on her. I'm actually okay with that. The Witsith has been very reliable on Neuvillette outside of, I think it's the Elemental Mastery that he doesn't really need, specifically because of the team comp I run him in. But for Mualani, that's not going to be a bad thing, I don't think, since she'll be vaping. But I will see everyone tomorrow. Take care.